ZL Entertainment.
Greetings, boys and girls. I'm Andy Dion from ZL Entertainment, and today we're here for a bonus game within FearFest. And today we're going to be playing The Park. The Park is 2 hours long, so let us hope the site I checked out is correct this time. Anyways, let's, I think I got all the settings proper. Yep. Well, I first played this for one of the FearFests back when I used to only play a part of the game instead of the full game. I think it was the first or second FearFest. I was just testing out to see if it actually worked well enough. Well, I get the headphones, but I'm recording, so I kind of need the lights on. I don't remember how far I got into the game. I just remembered it being a bit laggy. If you check out some of the old games I used to play back like 5 or 6 years ago, I used to have a really bad computer back then, so
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
that place in Silent Hill. I don't know why, that just reminds me of the opening of Silent Hill 2. But yeah, I didn't have a good computer back in like 5 to 6 years ago.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
That is one
Stay in the
shitty car.
I'll go and ask information.
I remember being a kid and being so thankful we didn't have a car like that. Man, it's so horrible. I don't like wagons in general, but the wooden looking panels on the side, no thanks. Can't run.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience.
Forgot what year this game takes place in.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Like the same year as well, because he's probably 10, so I guess this is like 87. Alright, cool. No. Okay, just click the button again.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Well, how did he get inside the park if you have to unlock the gates for me? Alright. I think that's the exit. Do they have like exit or entrance signs up here? Can't tell. There we go.
Wait for Mommy, Callum!
This way, Mommy.
Oh, got a flyer to read. Welcome. Oh, this is like before the craze with like mascot horror stuff. So, what is this, like the pioneer in a way? Welcome to Atlantic Island Park. When I first came to visit Solomon Island, I felt deeply in love with its natural beauty, its scenic place, and I created many of my best memories here. I wanted to create a place that captures the essence of Solomon Island, a place where families could bring their children to create memories of their own. Invite you to explore this park that we have created, from the Ferris wheel, which rivals the local lighthouse for the best views of the area, to the sideshow alley, where we have many fascinating games and objects from the local area to explore. Enjoy. Nathaniel Winter. Chad the Chipmunk recommends for the little ones, for the teens, and for the big ones. Places to eat. Got some crappy seafood stuff here. That sounds like a nice place. Sunshine Deli. Overlook Motel sounds cool. This game seems a little dark. Let's see if we can up the brightness a bit. There we go. If I remember right, the lights turn off when we go on this ride
There's
here.
something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn
Never
between
been
the
on
real
one.
world and the world of whimsy within.
Or never
this
been
side,
to one, I should say.
The apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention employees, the park is now closed.
Got an axe for a necklace. And yet you're not like running. You'd think you'd be running. I can't even walk when I'm on this, so I guess it doesn't really matter much.
Oh God. The park.
Oh, now we can
What
run.
happened here? It's easy to get lost here.
Let's see, we've got the Octotron bumper cars at my favorite place. A Ferris wheel, roller coaster, sideshow alley sounds like fun. House of Horrors, that sounds like fun. Tunnel of Tales. Yeah, I just remembered this place is like really dark.
You can't catch me.
Callum! Callum, come back here right now! Where are you?
Come on, Mommy.
Kind of funny, the last game I played was Among the Sleep, and now we're playing this, so...
I think this belongs to Callum. Where did you go?
Come on, this way.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
I was gonna explore the area back there, but I can tell that the game didn't want us to go there since they had the kid running across.
Callum, stay where you are!
Catch me, Mommy.
Callum, stay where you are! Callum! Where did you go?
Come on, Mommy.
Where are you?
Where are you indeed?
Come out, sweetie.
Alright. Can't really move much. That's the farthest left we can move. That's the farthest right we can move. Furthest up we can look. Furthest down we can look. Ripped pants in the 80s? I guess that was a thing. I don't know. Can't remember if we get a flashlight in this game or not.
There lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children.
Okay.
A boy named Hansel and a girl.
Oh yeah,
named
Hansel and Gretel. I don't remember reading
They
it.
were very poor.
I probably
and
did,
had
I just
very
don't
little
remember
to
it.
bite or sup.
Yep. And me, on the other hand, I have like
What will become
bags of
us?
chips on my
The
bed
woodcutter
along with
asked
fudge
his
I
wife
made
one
and
night.
chocolate.
I tell
I
you
have
what,
plenty
husband,
of this up, but
we
it's
will
not
take
healthy,
the children
so
into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and
doesn't really
abandon
matter.
them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you
It's so
fool.
dark in here.
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut. And
If I
gathered
remember right,
white
isn't there a
stones
story
from the
about them
ground to
going
fill
to a
his
house
pockets?
that's made out of like food, and they start eating the house made out of food, but it was made by a witch or something?
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
One piece of bread.
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
Alrighty.
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself, the wife told the woodcutter. In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
Alright.
Hansel broke his bread into pieces
Don't
and left a trail of
see
breadcrumbs
what we're
to lead
supposed
them
to be
safely
seeing.
home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days.
Go look for some berries.
The children
Forgot that
stumbled
this
into
is a
clearing with an
walking simulator,
exceedingly
basically.
strange house.
Oh yeah.
Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who's nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But
All right,
Hansel
sounds
and
like a
Gretel
good
stayed
idea.
Back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old
VR
woman offered
headset?
them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took
You
them
aren't
and
getting
began to eat.
anything from me with
You
stuff
see,
like that.
Nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him.
It's a bit creepy.
Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand.
Smart idea.
I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel
Nice.
slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
And then they became cannibals.
And then, because even children
Oh, they did?
can't
Wow.
survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
That's funny. Didn't quite expect that one. Well, no. There you go. Okay, yeah, that was a thing. Let's just get off. Let's get off here now. Just let me off right now. Okay, yeah. Let's just wait for the next one. Okay, no. Let's get off. Yep. No. Okay, I didn't even have to click anything. Okay, that was... Story time is over now. And... I don't like... Is there... Damn, there's no, like... controls. I like having controls so I can, like... do things how I like to play games, you know? And I don't like the... I like being able to hold the shift
Hansel
button
and
down
Gretel.
when
They
I
used to
read.
get to Callum when the electricity was shut off.
Sounds good.
Those poor children. The whole world against them.
Mm-hmm.
The forest, the birds,
Mm-hmm.
the old witch.
Well, the birds
Even
kind
their
of,
own
you know,
parents.
they're just doing what they do.
I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Well, unless you're overweight, then you don't have to worry as much. Because you'll still live for some time.
Another accident. This place.
Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbons, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduce that was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. It's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon, I will know if this has all been for nothing. Can we go check out the stuffed animal? Nope. A lovely night sky. Just from the sky alone, I can tell it's from Unreal Engine. I use Unreal Engine myself, and this is... I will admit the moon I have looks much better, although it looks also much bigger. But, you know, whatever. I should probably make the moon a little bit smaller. I like how you hear whispers off in the distance. It's really quite nice.
Callum? This old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy.
Examine
the guy just
report.
snapped. Those poor kids.
Witness name Norma Creed. We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys, his fellow in chipmunk suit, is making a nice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I always been a bit wary of the suits. They gave me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at the ice, and at first he thought he was making some animal like a tiger or lion, but as more and more ice fell away, when you first looked, there was a human face smiling out of the block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there was something not quite right about the proportions. Something unnatural. The uncanny valley, as it were. That made your heart begin to beat just a little bit faster. Like you were prey, and that thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up, and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments there was chaos. Everybody was running away from the guy who had one of the teenagers on the ground, and he was stabbing with the ice picks. And blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that eyeball one of the poor kids had landed on the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Isn't that a lovely story? That's a creepy creature.
Hello? Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, both look annoyed.
I can't get on while it's moving.
Moving.
Wait, Callum! I can't get on while it's moving.
There we go. Whee! I can't remember. Did we go on the Ferris wheel? I remember this ride. This is the only ride I really remember. I remember it because I thought it was really cool. Yep. That's why I thought it was pretty cool. I was trying to look to see inside of this to see if anybody was in there, but couldn't see anything. Alright, so do we go this way or do we go that way? Let's go to the Ferris wheel. Or not. Frustrated by the fact that the plans seem incomplete, I know as well as anybody that the rules of the game can be changed with enough money. But no matter how much money talks, it can't conjure up missing plans from the air. I've tried contacting the organization who sold me these plans, and they are stonewalling me. Every contact that I had ever every meeting place that I had have watched are swept bare. Okay. I have a sinking feeling that I've been swindled. We've gone ahead with what we could find in the plans regardless. The harvesting machines, the transport mechanism, etc. I'll probably let Nicholas name them something cute for the day we open the park. They will be rides after all. Alright, well, that's good to know that, that we only have one way to go. It's the equivalent
Treachery
to
hides
shit
in
flocked.
thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides.
Look at the beat
First
poet
time
here.
I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me.
Hmm.
I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it?
Yeah, they are
We
pretty
built our
ugly.
world from
Like
expectations,
alien
and the world
potatoes.
that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations.
Hmm.
He shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that
Bumper
one
cars.
treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared,
Did
all of the
that,
warmth
did
and goodness
that.
that followed,
Now we're going to
built
bumper
on a
cars.
single, traitorous thought.
I thought working in the park for a summer would be a lot of fun, but the end of season here really drags. There aren't that many tourists around, and so most of the staff spend their days standing around gossiping. And most of that gossip is about Chad. I mean Steve. See? Even I'm starting to call him Chad. And I went to school with the guy. That goddamn suit, in the beginning it was a laugh. Steve, the local lush as Chad, the chipmunk, child-friendly mascot at Atlantic Island Park. Lock up your daughters and all of that, but the more he wears that suit, the weirder Steve is getting. At first, it was a little things like refusing to change out of the suit at work and taking it home with him every day. But then I saw him at Susie's diner still wearing it, and it wasn't even a work day. Some of the staff complained, discreetly, to park management about the smell and saw him walking and talking with Mr. Warrenter, the owner, one day. But nothing seems to have changed. The suit still smells like a carcass whenever Steve walks by, and apparently Steve has picked up some new skills since the last time I saw him, puking up in a gutter outside the Coil station. Because he sure as hell can carve a mean ice sculpture. Those shapes he makes in the ice, though, they give me the creeps. Steve came by the booth today, lucky me, and he just hung around for a while. I couldn't really tell because of the suit, but it seemed like he was just staring at me, sizing me up. Eye fucking me. Whatever he was doing, I asked him what he wanted, and he just stood there not saying anything. Eventually I called my supervisor, and when he came by, Steve wandered off. My supervisor told me to put everything in writing, so here it is. Also, I quit. I don't want to see that chipmunk suit ever again. Laura Hinman. Hey, where'd you go? I think it was a girl. Can't tell. Is the model in there still? I don't think so. Alright. Let's just continue. There's that weird creature again. Like a duckfish. an amphibious duck. An aquatic duck, maybe. Maybe that's the right word.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
It would, yeah, me. I like both of those things. Sadly, I can't get on the bumper cars. Okay. Don't remember that. Actually, I don't really remember much after the last ride we went on. Alright, let's see if there's anything good in here. I really hope we get to go with bumper cars. If this is just here and we don't get to do anything, I'll be some kind of upset. Mostly due to the fact that I love racing games. And this will be, you know, driving at least. I take it that none of them work, although there's a light over there, so maybe it's near the light. Let's see, date of accident, October 1976. Laborers working on the crane. During the transport of the bumper cars in the arena, one of the straps attaching the load to the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the car. Francis was killed. Supervisor comments. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide him with urine samples. Okay, that's an odd request. Guess that guy has a bit of a piss fetish. Double checking of the straps after transit should be mandatory, and drug screenings for all drivers. They have not been corrected. I was able to move my camera, but I was not able to move. I'm guessing we go that way next. And then we'll go over there. Alright.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was.
That happened a lot in the 80s and
When I
90s
came
and
back,
probably before
The
that.
sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met.
Well, maybe park
I
in
know
a
what you're
proper
going
spot
through.
next time.
My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, these fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose the site over all the other potentials. Somlin Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all that power just dissipating beneath the earth here makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about local history. Turns out they do, and it turned out the Old Man Henderson has some pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find a piece of the plans that I am missing. We're at the Ferris wheel, so if we go back this way, we'll just meet up with the broken bridge, but we might find another note. We'll see if it's a good game. I mean, although this is a horror game, so if they don't put anything over here, then I wouldn't, it wouldn't matter to me too much because it's a horror game, so yeah, nothing. But yeah, as a horror game, like, you backtracking or doing something like what I just did here and not getting anything from it kind of makes sense for a horror game. But if you're gonna do that in an RPG and then there's nothing, then it's kind of annoying. Didn't mean to click that button, but I'm okay with that. Never been on a Ferris wheel before. This looks like a massive one.
Stay where you are! Where are you? Callum!
Oh, is there a baby on that? That'd be funny. Gonna have to stop it. And I think we get on in the middle. Alright. I don't remember being on the Ferris wheel. I honestly don't remember how far I got into the game. It'd be nice if we're doing these rides, if she would at least do some more of her monologue speeches so we got the story down, but, you know, whatever. Interesting looking scene.
People come into your
there
life
we
for
go.
a reason.
Got our
Dad used to say
monologue.
that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank.
Ah, yeah.
Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner.
Okay.
He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home.
Sounds good.
I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale.
Cool.
I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Don and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the
sorry to hear that.
supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
I'm surprised you still go to this park then. Thank you for the sad story, though. That was not horrifying at all. It was just sad. Oh, hey. Thanks for slowing it down for me. See, this guy's not bad after all. He's just trying to help us out. Maybe it's her boyfriend's ghost. It's a horror game. It's possible those things exist in horror games, at least. Okay. I like whenever something creepy like that happens, it automatically puts me out of run mode. And I had to like get back into it. Usually having to wait for her to like...
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit.
Yeah, I remember
My
that
angel
feeling.
likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people!
Yeah.
You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses,
much.
mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until...
Until what?
we all go insane. Any
Yeah.
parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Well, you're right about him owing you everything, but not so sure about that other bit. Well, we're gonna have to go out that way, so we'll do
Don't be
that.
afraid.
We'll do that later.
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Well, we're going to now, together. And I've never actually been on a roller coaster, even though I have played Roller Coaster Tycoon. Can we get down there? Looks like it's gated off. I'm pretty sure there's nothing there. But I think I see a note. Let's go get it. How do we get in here? I guess that's from the exit, so we'll see it later. Fair enough. Ah, thanks.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Well, it is a horror game.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Now, this is an interesting roller coaster. That was kind of amusing. The ride was going so fast I couldn't read what it said. It works. The calculations and adjustments worked. The transport and storage mechanisms seemed to be flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day feeling dour? So what if the children are more scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality. And such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum! Come back! Callum, where are you?
I like how she's starting to sound more distressed as the game is going on. Now we get a
The witch
flashlight.
awaits. Callum! Callum!
That doesn't work.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. This isn't a game, Callum!
I mean, technically it is.
I can help you, Callum.
Mommy, I'm scared.
Come back! The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Cotton candy corpse leaves sour taste in parkgoer's mouth. Oh, can't read it more than once. Let me see if they...
Callum,
Nope.
where are you?
L doesn't work for
No,
light.
the witch put me in the oven.
Into oven. Maybe he's not 10, maybe he's 5. Because that's not proper English. Anyways, my recording stopped recording. Or the program stopped recording for some weird reason. And I don't know, I guess that's that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the little special bonus game for this year's FearFest. Love you all, peace to you, and as always, stay safe.